Hey, this is the last group of 50 studies in the NGC catalog that I needed to get done before the month of April. It is now the 27th of March on a Friday night, 2026. The moon is within 4 or 5 days of fullness. What you're seeing here is a 30-second 6-stack exposure with a histogrammic reset to give a good view of Messier 105, Galaxy in Leo, magnitude 9.3, 5.3 by 4.8, 38 million light years, RA 104749, declination plus 123450. The other galaxies, this is probably an NGC, this is probably a Messier. I am going to move on so we can get through the next series of maybe 25 to 30 galaxies before I chill out. Okay, NGC 3450 is a galaxy right in the middle of the field, I'm trusting, in Hydra, magnitude 11.9, very diffuse, 2.6 by 2.3 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase b, should have a brighter core, but we're at minus 20 degrees, 50 minutes and 57 seconds in Hydra. The galaxy itself is 177 million light years distant. I'm not going to quote estimates in terms of the size of galaxies. Basically, what I do is I assume 100,000 light year diameter galaxy at 350 million light years can be used as a basis for mentally calculating a rough estimate. We're at right ascension 104803. As I believe I mentioned, minus 20, 50, 57, magnitude 11.9, 2.6 by 2.3 arc minute size, NGC 3450. NGC 3451 is visible in the middle of the field. It's a galaxy in Leo Minor, magnitude 13, 1.7 by 0.8, spiral with a bar, lowercase cd, 65 million light years distant, diffuse core. RA 105420 with a declination of plus 271421. And yes, that was our 105x view. Okay, I'd like to point out sky conditions have decayed a little bit. I'm not seeing as many stars in the sky visually. Here we're supposed to be seeing NGC 3452. It's a galaxy we're cratering out. Crater, there it is. Let's check the aspect ratio. Magnitude 15, 1.1 by 0.3 works for me, but it's probably magnitude 14. Visually, S spiral case A, 366 million light years distant. Remember what I said about 350 million light years distant at 1 arc minute apparent size. RA is 1054.14, declination minus 11, 24, 19 seconds. NGC 3453 behind a power line diffraction bar, but visible. It's a galaxy in Hydra, magnitude 13, 1.1 by 0.6, spiral bar, lowercase b, 176 million light years distant. RA 1053.40 with a declination of minus 21, 47, 36. Not sure if I quoted the time, but it's now 10:17, so we probably started this a little about 10:10. What we're looking for here is NGC 3454, Galaxy in Leo, magnitude 13.5, 1.8 by 0.3. Not that, maybe that. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 48 million light years distant, RA 1054.29 with a declination of plus 17, 20, 38. Okay, its neighbor was NGC 3455, Galaxy Leo, magnitude 12, 2.7 by 1.7 arc minute, spiral with a bar, lowercase b, 48 million light years distant. Multiply that by 2.7 and then determine a ratio from 350 and blah, 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 blah. RA is 1054.31, declination plus 17, 1704, a neighbor of 3454. NGC 3456 is only becoming apparent at 105x near this bright star. Galaxy in crater, magnitude 13, 1.7 by 1.2 arc minute, spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, 187 million light years distant. RA 1054.03, declination minus 1601.42. NGC 3457, we get to see it on the screen. Galaxy Leo. It's also NGC 3460. That's good to hear. Magnitude 12.6, 0.9 by 0.9 arc minute compact. Okay, now let's see if we can pull it out. And we can. I believe it was visible from the beginning. 51 million light years distant. Right ascension 1054.48. Declination plus 17, 37.15. NGC 3459. Let's say I can make it out. Oh, that's why. It's a galaxy in crater, magnitude 14, 1.6 by 0.5 arc minute spiral with a lowercase ab, 190 million light years distant, RA 1054.44, declination minus 1702.31. NGC 3461 is a galaxy in Leo, small and bright. Magnitude 14.5, 0.5 by 0.4 arc minute elliptical, 432 million light years distant. Half of that, 432, is about 215. 215 over 350, you get times 100. RA 1054.55, declination plus 1742.28. NGC 3462, I believe that's vaguely visible there. Okay. Galaxy in Leo, magnitude 12.2, 1.7 by 1.2, lenticular spiral, 294 million light years distant, RA 1055.21, declination plus 7, 41.46. NGC 3463 is a galaxy in Hydra, magnitude 12.9. 168 million light years distant, RA 1055.13, with a declination deep south of minus 26.0825. Typically, when we go south, we have to shift things down a little bit. AdventuresInDeepSpace.com. NGC 3464, yeah, there's a galaxy there. Vague. In Hydra, magnitude 12.6, but large, 2.5 by 1.7, spiral with a barb at a lowercase c. Okay. 168 million light years distant, RA 1054.40, declination minus 21.0357. NGC 3466 is a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 13.6, 1 by 0.6. Spiral with a bar, lowercase ab, brightish core, yep. RA 1056.15, declination plus 9, 45.15. NGC 3467 was a neighbor, the data hasn't come up yet, of 3466. I do believe it's this one further to the east. Yeah, it makes sense because it's magnitude 13.4 galaxy in Leo, 0.9 by 0.8, a lenticular spiral. So it's got a condensed core, 423 million light years distant. At 1 arc minute, our Messier 31s, 155 million light years in diameter at 450. So this is a little smaller than that Messier 31. RA is 1056.44 with a declination of plus 9, 44 and 45 and 30 seconds. NGC 3468 is further north in Ursa Majoris. Galaxy magnitude 13. Lenticular spiral 1.6 by 1 arc minute, 110 million light years distant, RA 1057.31, declination plus 40 degrees, 56 minutes and 46 seconds. We haven't gotten any rift tri blockages this evening, although we may have had a few reflections. NGC 3469 is a faintish galaxy in crater, magnitude 14. That could be its actual visual magnitude, 1.7 by 1.2, spiral with a bar, lowercase ab, and an annularity. We're not going to bother. You can try, given its location. And the sky, 207 million light years distant, RA 1056.57, declination minus 14.1802. Okay, I may not have specified this one. I noticed the control was in a weird position. NGC 3473, Galaxy Leo, magnitude 13.6, 1.1 by 1, spiral bar, lowercase b, 407 million light years distant. 105805, declination plus 170725. There is a galaxy there. Check it out at adventuresindeepspace.com. Okay, NGC 3473 had a neighbor, NGC 3474 Galaxy Leo, magnitude 13.9, but smaller. 0.8 by 0.7, just simply described as a spiral. This is the same distance, 407 million light years distant. RA 105808, declination plus 170544. I suspect it's going to be a galaxy right about in this region here, but there's some even more faintly ones there. Adventuresindeepspace.com. Okay, NGC 3476 Galaxy Leo. It's also NGC 3480, magnitude 13.8, 0.5 by 0.5 elliptical, 464 million light years distant. We're at 105807 with a declination of plus 9, 1633. NGC 3476 had a neighbor, NGC 3477, a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 15.7, 0.7 by 0.3. It's probably magnitude visual 15 because it's a spiral with lowercase a, 398 million light years distant. This is probably our galaxy right there, kind of edgy on. RA 105812 with a declination of plus 9, 1303. NGC 3479 is also NGC 3502. It is a magnitude 13 galaxy, 1.8 by 1.3, spiral with a bar, lowercase bc. That could be it, because it lacks much of a core. 203 million light years distant, RA 105855, declination minus 145741. We are pushing the 11th hour of sidereal time. NGC 3481 is a galaxy in crater. I wouldn't expect to see it at 30x, but there we have it, I believe, magnitude 14.9 by 0.7. A galaxy with peculiarities, 114 million light years distant, RA 105926, declination minus 73239. NGC 3483 is pretty far south in crater. I'm waiting for the data to come up. Ugly sky down there. Stars are very bloated. Come on, data. Okay. Galaxy in Hydra, magnitude 12.1, 1.8 by 1.2 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase a, 163 million light years distant, RA 1059 with no seconds, and a declination of minus 2838. So we are pushing it very deep south. NGC 3485 has a transitor there. Galaxy in Leo, magnitude 11.8. Yeah, I think it's quite visible there. 2.4 by 2.2 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase bc. 66 million light years distant. Doesn't have an annularity, but it has quite a frontier. RA 11 hours, 2 seconds. Let's make sure we get all the way up on this. Declination plus 145028. I think it's worth having a 150x view before we head out. NGC 3486 is quite visible and very close to the middle of the field. It's a galaxy in Leo Minor, magnitude 10.5, 6.8 by 4.8 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, kind of large for a 10.5, 32 million light years distant. Go figure, 7 times 32 compared to 350. Anyway, right ascension, 11 hours, 23 seconds with a declination of plus 285830. Pushing it up and then heading out. NGC 3487 is not visible in the field. initially. Okay, there are some suspicious vaguenesses there. 87 is a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 14.6, 0.9 by 0.4 arc minutes, spiral with lowercase c, so not much of a core, 400 million light years distant. Right ascension, 11 hours 46 seconds. That's nice. It's progressing well. Declination plus 17, 35, 12. They don't always progress well. Sometimes they regress. They're supposed to be west to east in number, but never know. NGC 3489. Whoa. That is our galaxy in Leo. Magnitude 10.3, 3.6 by 2.2 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar. And lenticular A, 332 million light years distant, RA 11 hours 18 seconds, and we regressed a little bit, declination plus 1354.04. And here's 150x view. Sometimes I think that the real issue with not getting views similar to the DSS images is just that everything gets blurred too much. Boy, the images are a little bit brighter in DSS, but there's so much clearer resolution of detail. And I think a lot of that has to do with the sky, because Palomar was at, 6,000 feet? NGC 3490 on the home stretch now. It's getting quite cold for me out here. Magnitude 13.8, small, 0.5 by 0.5 arc minute, elliptical. Ooh. Could be it there, but it's certainly going to be fainter than magnitude 13.8. 476 million light years distant. That's quite a bright galaxy for that distance. Right ascension 1059.54, declination plus 9, 21.42. Let's see if we got another possible contender for NGC 3490. Nope. NGC 3491, I believe we is seeing it. Waiting for on the data. Punch the enter button again. Come on, sweetie. A galaxy in Leo, magnitude 13.2, 0.9 by 0.9 works for me. Lenticular spiral works for me. 289 million light years distant, RA 11 hours 35 seconds with a declination of plus 12:09:41. 3492, also visible in the field. The galaxy in Leo, magnitude 13.1. 1.1 by 0.7 arc minute, elliptical, 473 million light years distant, larger than Messier 31, RA 11 hours 56 seconds with a declination of plus 10:30:14. NGC 3493, I'm seeing something edgy there. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. 3493, it's also having trouble fetching very quickly. Maybe it's because it's so cold. It's got its hands in its pockets, or mine should be. 3493, Galaxy Leo Minor, 14.2, 1.1 by 0.3 arc minute. We picked that 14.2 out at 30x, probably because it was so edgy on. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 400 million light years distance from RA is 11:01:27, declination plus 27:43 and 10. Quick look at 150x. Okay, this one's pretty sweet. It should be. It's NGC 3495, a galaxy in Leo. And this one really headed off towards the west. Maybe it was erroneous data. No, 11 hours, 1 minute, 16 seconds. Okay. 3495, Galaxy Leo, magnitude 14.8, 4.9 by 1.1 arc minute. Ooh, what a sweetie. And a very bright, probably 4th magnitude star visible right there. Barely got a core, mostly extended gases and dust, illuminated by bright hot stars. Spiral with a lowercase c and a d. So it's a CD. 47 million light years distant. 5 times 47 divided by 350 times 100. All right, right ascension, 11 hours, 1 minute, 16 seconds with a declination of plus 3, 37:37. Let's get that 105x view first, and then push it up, and then head out. NGC 3497, I ain't seeing it. Galaxy in crater. It's popping now a little bit. At least one of them is. Magnitude 12.6. Yes, it has to be the brighter one. 2.6 by 1.5 arc minute. Lenticular spiral. 164 million light years distant. RA 110718. Declination minus 192819. Let's see if we have any more. 3498 was a star perceived as a nebula in Leo. 3499 is a galaxy in Ursa Majoris, but it's at plus 56 degrees, 13 minutes, 18 seconds outside our current purview. That's for the Rounders series, and I may have already captured it. Okay, I'll let you guys figure this one out for yourself. Center everything up in the field. This is a 5-second exposure. Those galaxies sure look filled with texture and all kinds of things. You know, this one's kind of got an S-shaped spiral arm. This one's more of just a flying saucer effect with some dark bands in it, some texture. Core in this one looks circular. The core in this one's a little more bar-like. This one over here is purely edge-on. It probably doesn't seem to have a core at all. I would say this is a CD. This is probably a BC. This is probably a B. Who knows? You'd have to go and look them up if you knew what they were and how to find the information. And with that, I'm going to say Carpe Noctem.